Hey guys, how's it going? JTJudgment here, and I am so excited to be able to bring you this review. We do have the 90 rated French midfielder from PSG, Blaise Matuidi. Now, before I get into this review, guys, I just want to say a massive thank you to the boy that was nice enough to let me use his account to do this review. I did actually get lucky enough to pack him, guys, which you will see in this video, but when I was borrowing him, I completely forgot to record me putting him into the team, so I had to do that myself, but I was lent the player. The link is going to be down below in the description, guys. He has let me use his account to do a review on a couple of players in the past, guys, so if you're watching this, mate, huge props to you and a massive thank you for that. Blaise Matuidi in this game looks absolutely fantastic. I mean, I personally have used all of his cards, I think, other than his inform, and I've loved every single one that I've used. You know, he's a fantastic midfielder in this game. He pretty much has everything that you need in a midfielder. You know, he's got good pace, defensively he's fantastic. The only thing he's really lacked, in my personal opinion, with his previous cards is his shooting. You know, his shooting really hasn't been that reliable, but my god, guys, that is one of the biggest upgrades in my opinion when it comes to the team of the season card. Just look at the goals, watch them for yourself, and I promise you guys, your jaw will hit the floor when you finished watching these goals, because these are the sort of goals, guys, that he scores, oh my god, so easily. It is absolutely ridiculous. Now, when it comes to stats with the team of the season Matuidi, there is absolutely no disappointment to be had whatsoever. When you look at his mental and physical attributes, all of them are dark green, and that's the good colour, the best colour. You know, I think it goes from red to orange to yellow to light green and then to dark green being the best of the lot. And all of his stats in the mental / physical area are dark green, which is absolutely crazy. Then you look at his skill attributes, not as many dark greens, but there are still a hell of a lot of them, guys. And then obviously when you look at his stats on the card, he is one of the players in this game that has 80 plus on everything, 85 pace and dribbling, 80 shooting, 87 passing, 93 physical, and 93 defending, sorry guys, and 91 physical. Those stats are absolutely bloody crazy. Now, going into how this boy performed for me, guys, wow, I've already mentioned one of the main things that I loved about this card is shot. When you look at his shooting stats on the card and in-game, they're not that bad. You know, you wouldn't expect a player to be able to score these type of goals consistently, but I got to encourage you guys to just ignore them. Please ignore his stats when it comes to shooting. Throw him into a team and try them for yourself, because the goals in this video are only a portion of what he did score for me. You know, if I were to show you all the awesome long shots and whatnot that he did manage to score for me, I'd be here sitting down talking for about 20 minutes. He did score me very nice goals, guys, and he was consistent at scoring them, guys, and that's one of the main things that I loved about him. You know, he's not the sort of player that would be, you know, one game he'd be an absolute bloody god, then the next game he would be absolutely terrible. He was very consistent for me. Pace wise was ridiculous. He's the sort of player where he would just run through teams very easily, and he did do that in a couple of the goals that you will be seeing in this video. So pace wise, guys, you'll have no problems. Dribbling and ball control with this card is pretty sick as well. 85 on the card, I got to agree with that stat and say he feels like what 85 dribbling should feel like, in my opinion, if not better. His passing was absolutely awesome as well. He did manage to pick up a load of assists for me, racking up the goals and assists, guys, equally this boy did do for me. I gotta say, I gotta agree with that 87 passing stat. Physically, he was very strong. He was muscling people off the ball. Defensively, he was fantastic, and his strength played a huge part in that. You know, positioning and strength was no problems, guys, whatsoever. So he was always there, and he was always there to muscle him off the ball. I didn't really have a problem muscling anyone off the ball, which was, it was just a major plus, you know, because I don't think this boy is very tall, and you don't expect somebody of, you know, short height to be physically strong, but Matuidi is, and I gotta say I had no problems with his strength whatsoever, and his positioning, like I said, I didn't have a problem with either. Even though he's got high work rates, guys, I've used a lot of players in Ultimate Team with high work rates where I don't like their positioning, but thankfully, guys, Matuidi is not one of those players. I personally did not have a problem, so I don't think you guys should either. And he's just one of those players, he just plays well anywhere in the midfield. You know, you could probably use him as a striker and he would do the job there, but obviously his high work rates would come into play more often for you there. So if you do plan on doing that, guys, the best advice I could give you is just to keep in mind that his positioning for you may not be the greatest. Now, the only weaknesses that I need to mention with this card is that he's a player with only 2-star skills. Now, that's probably a weakness for everybody, but on the plus side of that, he is the sort of player that can just run through teams. You know, you can just get him on the ball, hold the sprint button down, and you guys will be, you know, really surprised at how easy it is to just run through teams. When you have a player with the amount of pace that Matuidi has running at your defence, it causes you to, you know, get a little bit nervous, press the wrong buttons, make holes in your defence that you wouldn't necessarily usually do. He just blazes past everybody, guys. You know, you get it, guys. Blaise Matuidi. No, just shut up, JT. And the only other weakness that I do need to mention, guys, is that his weak foot for me was very unreliable. Now, he did manage to score me 2 absolutely insane goals with his weak foot, just out of nowhere. I went to shoot with his left foot, but the game decided to use his right instead, and they just swerved into the top corner, to my surprise. Those were the only good things that he did do with his weak foot for me, guys. The amount of opportunities that he missed, though, were absolutely insane. So I gotta say, for a 3-star weak foot, in my personal opinion, it is very unreliable. So my final thoughts on the team of the season, Matuidi, guys, I got to give him a nothing less than a 9.9 out of 10. The boy was absolutely ridiculous for me. If you have the coins to pick him up on either console, I highly recommend you do it. That's going to wrap up this review, guys. Please leave a like if you did enjoy it. It did help me decide whether or not to buy him yourself. Subscribe for more reviews to come very soon. And as always from me, please take care, and I will see you all next time. Ta-da, guys.